Hello and welcome to another edition of El Segundo magazine. I'm Catherine Chen. You know those rules in a museum where you're not allowed to eat or drink? Well, in Asmoa's Cooking Art History class, Graff-EAT-i, our very own Camelia Senamar was able to break those rules. Take a look.
Many of LA's most prominent graffiti and tattoo artists cover the walls and floors here at El Segundo Museum of Art. For culinary and art historian Maite Gomez-Rajon, she brings together her love of art and history with food in what she likes to call cooking art history.
For those of you who don't know me, I have a business called Art Bites, and I combine art history with food history with cooking classes. I have a background in art and art history, and then after graduate school I moved to New York, started working in museum education, decided to go to culinary school, and then started working as a private chef. When I was doing one, I missed the other, and I slowly started putting them together. I was actually researching a medieval tapestry at the Met and came across a group of medieval cookbooks. And that's when I had this first aha moment that, oh wait a minute, every portrait here, every person was eating, and I was wondering what they were eating and what the artist was eating, and all of a sudden art just seemed to come alive in a way it hadn't before. And inside one of them, there's graffiti, there's names. It's so fascinating, and what really struck me about this is that it's just LA, like this complete just blending, mixing of cultures. The most modern, contemporary equivalent, I think, is just Facebook. You become friends on Facebook, you write on each other's walls, you share pictures. It's the same sort of idea. It's a way to be connected to a larger community. The very first cookbook that was written in the Western world was written by, it's an ancient Roman cookbook that dates back to about 400, the year 400. That was written in sort of the language of the street.
Well, first of all, I love this exhibit. I just think it's one of the best shows I've seen this year anywhere.
Well, we just finished here with our graffiti art tour where we learned some history lessons. And now the fun part. We head to the kitchen for some cooking lessons, and I am ready to eat.
Just street food, it's fast, it's quick, it's easy. So that was basically the inspiration for all of this. Chili pepper, it has cumin, it has cardamom, it has cinnamon, it has dried basil, fenugreek, which is an herb also that they use a lot in the Middle East. They're using it in Africa. So it's an interesting combination, kind of smoky. Lots of spices. This dish too, we're doing a Korean dish that has red peppers, and I find it interesting, you know, certain cultures, Africa, certain places that are warm, or also sometimes certain places that don't have a lot of money, they use a lot of hot peppers because it's a quick, easy, cheap way to give a lot of flavor. Grilled corn, this is something that I grew up with, just the corn on the street, the guys selling the corn on the street with cream and mayonnaise and butter and lime. This is kimchi, of course. LA taco truck, Koji taco truck is what made it most famous. And so kimchi really takes a long time. You really need to let it ferment and really get all of the flavor. This is kind of a quick and easy kimchi. It's gonna be more like a salad, basically. So it's the Napa cabbage. We're gonna do some red onions, some ginger, garlic, carrots, and fish sauce.
So part of the street food theme we're making fresh corn tortillas from scratch. So how do we get started here, Maite?
Okay, basically what we're gonna do is make this very typical, simple, traditional dish. So we have a bowl here. I have a damp cloth here. We're just gonna set this aside for a second. And we're gonna take this maseca, which is the dough that we use for the tortillas. And this is one of those doughs that's very foolproof. You really can't mess it up at all. We're gonna add about a teaspoon of salt. And then we're gonna add some warm water. Should about a cup and a half of warm water. And then you just mix it.
Oh, get hands dirty.
Yeah, get your hands dirty. Do you want to do it?
I'll try.
You just really want to mix it until it feels a little bit like, kind of like Play-Doh, like it's a little bit sticky. So this is what you want to feel like. It's a little bit sticky.
Yeah, very doughy.
Yeah,
okay.
it's really doughy. Next is we're going to use this piece of plastic and we're just going to put it, set this aside, on the press. And this is definitely, you want to use this, otherwise it's just going to be a huge mess if you use it directly on the dough. And you make basically little ping pong balls. And then you put it on them in the center and then close it over and just squish.
Oh, perfect.
Beautiful little tortilla.
All right, guys, it's tortilla time.
Okay, so now the tortillas, the beautiful tortillas you made, we put them here and we're just cooking them. Just cook them on both sides. Basically, they start to puff up a little bit, which is the sign of a perfect tortilla, and this will keep them warm.
And there you have it. Fresh corn tortillas made from scratch. Beautiful food, beautiful art, beautiful people. Cheers.
The food was amazing, but I love the connection of the food and the art. And the title of the class. It was great meeting all the different people from different walks of life and seeing how we all enjoy. And food brings people together.
Most cooking I've done in 2 years.
I love when everybody sits down and starts eating and there's the, oh, this is great, and clapping, and I love seeing that people start working together and talking, and I like the social aspect of it. More than anything, I think that's the most exciting part for me, is that it just makes people happy.
Well, that's a wrap here at Esmoa. We got to see all the beautiful paintings, cooked up some delicious food, and now I'm going to enjoy it in peace. For El Segundo TV, I'm Camelia Sanamar.